Kings assemble once more. Travel to the harbourage. It is time for our final preparations.
They're having an important meeting and asked if I give them some privacy. I mean, do you believe it? Where's the trust? Pop on out to the rubbish tip, Cadwell. There's a good lad. Do I mind? Oh, I have no mind. I'm the village bloody idiot.
Welcome back, Vestige. News of Mannimarco's demise spreads far and wide. Like worms, his followers burrow deep into the earth to escape the searing light of the coming dawn. As ever, straight to the point. You've done the impossible. The King of Worms has been consumed by the wrath of Molog Bal. The power of his worm cult is broken forever. That is the grim truth of the matter, but the Amulet of Kings is in our possession, and there is still much to do. In my sleep, I hear his tormented screams, and Molog Bal forces visions of his eternal torture into my mind. I can show you exactly what I see, if you wish it. As you wish. Saisahan has something he wanted to ask you as well. You should go to him.
The greatest of the Sword Saints, Divad, tells us that destiny is a chain, forged one link at a time. Our chain is nearly complete. There is but one link remaining. It is you, my friend. You are the link. I will not bore you with effusive praise, but state it plainly. You are a great warrior and a trusted friend, and we would like to extend you an offer. When Emperor Varen first brought the 5 companions together, He did so in the hope of creating a Tamriel where all men could live freely and safely beneath one banner. The 5 companions failed, betrayed from within by one of our own, the Worm King Manimarco. All that came after was the result of one man's treachery. Now 4 of the 5 are reunited to right that great wrong, but destiny requires a 5th. We want you to join us as our 5th member. You were the champion we should have had with us back then. Don't look so grave. This is largely symbolic, but please, humor an old soldier. My lord, with your permission.
You needn't call me that anymore, Saizahan. We are equals now.
All those years ago, when we fought beneath our Lord's banner to free the Empire from the Longhouse Emperors, we did so with a dream of freedom and peace in mind. Not just for the Empire, but for all of Tamriel. Together, we forged a fellowship stronger than any blade, only to see it shattered upon the rocks of deceit by one of our own. That fellowship is no more. Yet we 4 have assembled here, united by a single purpose. It is not vengeance that drives us, but truth, and loyalty, and justice. I, Saizahan, steward of the Abbey of Blades, call for the 5 companions to be reforged this day by the light of Stendarr and the heart of Lorkhan. May our blade of fellowship be forged anew. And may the vestige, our mutual friend and ally, become its tip, that we may thrust it straight into the heart of a Daedric prince.
Saizahan is right. You are the member that we should have had all those years ago.
It is as the scrolls foretold. The soulless one will become the brightest of 5 stars, and they shall guide us to the coming dawn.
Oh, please, you melodramatic sots. Fine, fine. If seeing one of your foolish prophecies come true will help to ensure the safety of the Empire, I'll play along.
Stand united once more. The 5 companions are reforged, and together we will strike down the God of Schemes!
Come here, my friend. I've got a few things I want to say before you go. It's been a long road, hasn't it? My father used to say that if you avoid all of life's abrasions, you'll never be polished enough to shine. We must be pretty damn shiny by now. I've been thinking about our adventures and the hardships we've faced together. We're in the last leg of this journey, aren't we? I don't regret any of it, but it occurs to me that we haven't had much of a chance to talk as friends. Where do you see yourself going after all of this is over? I mean, assuming we survive, get your soul back, and stop Molag Bal. Traveling is a humbling experience. You see firsthand what a small place you occupy in the world. Funny thing is, the farther you go, the harder it is to return. But when you do, if you do, you get to see the place you came from with new eyes. Me? I don't know. Maybe I'll go back to Skyrim and settle down. Squeeze out a few whelps. Maybe raise sheep or grow cabbages. What? No! Can you imagine it? Lyra's Titan-born shepherd, farmer, housewife? I need to be out in the wind and wild. And if I ever find my life mate, he'll feel the same way. My turn. What's your one regret about all we've been through? You never get used to it. My father, he'll die over and over again for the rest of my life. Grief doesn't go away. You just learn to live with it. But I can live my life with his daring and spirit and joy. That way he'll never die. Not really. Oh, lots of things. Friends lost. Missed opportunities. Failed endeavors. Maybe the best we can hope for is to end up with the right regrets. I do regret not taking the time to get to know the people I fought with. I hope to change that. One last thing. You like mead? Never? Mead is the honeyed kiss of the gods themselves. You must try some. Let's not forget the struggles that got us to this point. We're almost home. We just have a bit further to fight.
Are you all insane? You do realize what we need to do, right? We have to fight a Daedric prince. Amulet or no, this is going to mean more death. Vestige, come here. I'll tell you what they're afraid to mention.
Yes!
Getting all chummy with Titanborn? I enjoy the company of clever, well-informed people. You really should try it sometime. So, you felled the great Manimarco. Well played. You've done the Empire a great service. The farmer doesn't thank the cow when it voids itself on the field, but it still makes the crops grow taller. I suppose it is, but that wasn't the reason for this heartwarming reunion. Varen and I have spoken at length since you recovered the amulet, and have determined our final course of action. Molag Bal remains a threat, and Tamriel is still in grave danger. First, the plane meld must be stopped. Even now, forces gather and plan an assault on Oblivion itself. You must join them. Then, and only then, can you take the fight to Molag Bal himself, to restore protection to Nirn and reclaim your soul. I know more about the Daedra than any man or mer alive. For good or ill, my family has always kept ties with the forces of Oblivion, and this much I know. One cannot kill a Daedric prince. But we have the Amulet of Kings. With the amulet in our possession, we may be able to wound him severely, and in the process force him to relinquish every last soul he has stolen, including your own. This is where your condition works to your benefit. The ritual we performed with the Amulet of Kings caused the soul burst and damaged the veil between worlds. If the damage is to be repaired, I must attempt the ritual again, this time with you. Only if we use it here on Nirn. But if we were to travel to Coldharbour, we might be able to harness its power, imbue you with divine agency enough to challenge the Daedric Prince. But there is a price. Calling upon the power of the amulet in this manner will consume someone's soul, utterly. One cannot channel the power of the gods without paying such a price. Unfortunately, you don't have a soul to consume, and I am needed to perform the ritual. More specifically, one of our 3 companions. I suspect that's why they're so nauseatingly over-appreciative and fawning. Of course it is. The fact of the matter stands, however. One of the 5 will need to give their life to fuel this attack, when the time comes.
So you said before the vestige arrived. And I've already thought it over. I'll do it.
Snow Lily, no. You should not need to give your life this way. This is my duty. Penance for my numerous failures. This is my chance to make things right.
The scroll said nothing of this moment, and so I am not bound to their dictates. Vestige, I ask that you let me do this one thing. All that has happened was because of my hubris. I shall be the one.
Sire, you've done enough. This was Manimarco's doing, not yours.
As the one who will fight the Daedric Prince, the Vestige should decide.
I don't see you leaping to volunteer, Tharn. Saving your own backside again?
Hard as it may be, Lyris, don't be an idiot. I'm the only one who knows the ritual, and we don't have time to teach anyone else.
That's enough. It won't be decided here and now. Vestige, come here. I have some final words for you. It appears we have come full circle, Vestige. That millions of others may live, yes. Do not be troubled. Any one of us would gladly make such a sacrifice. As Tharn has said, there are already plans in motion to infiltrate Coldharbour. You must be part of them. The chains that anchor us to oblivion draw us ever closer. They must be severed once and for all. When the plane meld has been thwarted and the dust has settled, the 5 companions will gather one last time to face our destinies. The god of schemes must be stopped, Vestige. That is the only thing that matters now.
So, going toe-to-toe with the big bad then, are you? Smashing. Good luck to you. This whole plane meld thing seems like a nasty business. I prefer my Coldharbour with a bit less Tamriel in it, thank you very much.
Ah, good. I found you. Speak with me a moment, if you would. Greetings. I am Varnus Galarian, head of the Mages Guild. I have need of your assistance. Yes, it's high time Tamriel was free of Molongbal's grip. The Anchors, the Daedra, the Undead, they devastate our fragile mortal plane. I have a plan, and I need your help. I think you're the only one who can help me see this done. I want you to meet with Razumdar, first in the eyes of the Queen. He'll be at the Mages Guild in Skywatch. Even Iren's personal agents think my idea is sound. I'll be along shortly. I just have a few final preparations to make.
I'll be at this a while. There's an urgent task for you. Over here, Initiate.
Seems like just moments ago we were in June, yes? It is a good thing Raz is so quick on his feet. Wouldn't... Seems like just moments ago we were in June, yes? It is a good thing Raz is so quick on his feet. Wouldn't want you waiting on him, like we are waiting on the Guildmaster. Yes, Vanus Galerian of the Mages Guild requested your presence. He should be here soon. He begs your assistance with a hopeless task. He seeks to bring the Alliance leaders together for a meeting, one which they will all survive. This is insanity, of course, but the Queen tells Raz to give him whatever he needs. The Queen tells Raz that you speak with her authority, yes? This responsibility is a great one. Better you than Raz. You are aware of what will be involved? Certain communications must be made. Dangerous communications. This will ensure the safety of all. This one may have to delegate. Yes, of course. Cariel will do that. Ah, that was not so hard. Job for Cariel?
No way. Do it yourself.
Why?
Thrush is a homicidal maniac, and Copper Daria, let's just say I'm not her favorite person.
Why is Copper Daria displeased with Cariel?
I may have collapsed a building on top of her. Accidentally.
Ah, yes. This one forgot about that. Very well. Raz will take care of it. And he will send Copper Daria your warmest regards.
Apologies for my lateness.
Damn it, Raz. Not so close.
Thank you for coming so quickly, Champion. I've been consulting with Countess Hakruba of the Fighters Guild. Both of our guilds believe the time has come to take the fight to Coldharbour. But this places us in a delicate political position. Trust, as always. The Alliance leaders will never agree to join forces. And if our guilds only work with one alliance, the other two will see it as a betrayal. For both guilds, our neutrality is our strength. We can't afford to take sides. The war in Cyrodiil has been long and bloody, and all three alliances are spread thinly. They can't commit resources to an assault on Coldharbour without making themselves vulnerable. I want to bring all three leaders together, maybe cut a deal. You're in a unique position. You can speak with authority, but you're not an Alliance leader. You're respected. You have a reputation. They may let you get a word in before they leap at each other's throats. In short, you're the perfect diplomat. I found the perfect meeting place. A neutral location far from disputed territories, an island called Stirk. I can get you an audience with each leader and provide magical transportation. You just need to convince them to travel to Stirk. That's all I ask. I'll open the portal. I think it's best that I travel with you and make introductions as a neutral party. That might make things easier. Esteemed High King Emmerich, I thank you for agreeing to this meeting. I would not presume to waste your time without good reason.
We've known each other for some time, Master Galerion. You aren't known for your capricious whims. Tell me, though, who is your companion?
Your Majesty, this is Queen Iren's personal representative, here to speak with you about the impending Coldharbour crisis.
So Queen Iren sends her personal champion into the stronghold of her greatest enemy. Either she has a lot of faith in you, or she's trying to get you killed. I'm intrigued. Come, let us speak. Dibella's legs, but you are a bold one. Even the bards of Wayrest sing of your exploits. I must confess, I had hoped to meet you one day. We sharpen our blades on the same whetstone, if you take my meaning. Tell me then, is it madness that drives you to barge in here like this? Or perhaps you're here to surrender on behalf of your people. If that's the case, I accept. That's a bit of a dreary subject, but I prefer that over some angry line like, "I've come here to kill you, Your Majesty." I'm glad you didn't say that. So you want to talk about everyone's favorite Daedric prince, then? What of him? Ha! I'm sorry. I think I must have misheard you. For a moment, I thought you were saying you wanted to battle a Daedric prince. That would be especially funny if you wanted my help. So, what was it you really meant to say? That would be utter madness. But I do like the thought of seeing that next to my name in the history books. All right. If Iren and Yoren agree to attend, I'll be there. If this is an assassination attempt, though, I'm taking you with me.
Tell Cariel that I hope to drop in for a visit very soon. From an upper story. She'll know what I mean.
So, you've been mingling with the enemy, have you, Daria? Just so you know, I already knew that.
Oh, I love to mingle, Your Majesty. I'm gonna mingle their heads right off their necks one of these days.
That went well, I think. Shall we move on? To Mournhold, where Skald King Yoren is waiting for us. I'm given to understand that his palace is inaccessible at present. And for a variety of reasons, the Tribunal Temple is inappropriate. He's offered to meet us at the Guild Plaza, shall we?
And shatter you.
Honored Skald King, I am here as the personal champion of Queen
Master
Irania.
Galarian, please continue.
My companion hopes to speak with you about the impending Coldharbour crisis.
I have heard tales of this one. The Skald King favors the bold, even among his enemies. Come, champion, let us speak. I will stay your execution since you came all this way. But choose your words carefully. I'm not a patient king. Yes, well, I am both suspicious and curious. If you are an assassin, though, get on with it. But remember this. You're coming to Sovngarde with me. To fear death is to fear life. I am Nord. When my time comes, I will embrace it. Sovngarde will be glorious. No meetings, no schemes. But you're not here to talk philosophy. What do you want? Who? The three alliances? Has magical travel rattled your brain? Speak plainly. What do you ask of me? Where the All Flag's army was born. If the other leaders agree, I will attend. If nothing else, it should make a good story. Now leave me before my dinner gets cold.
I didn't think it possible. Well done! We must return and begin the preparations. We have much to do. Come. All three leaders have agreed to join us on Stirk. Now comes the tricky part. Individually, the leaders are rational, even reasonable. But get them together and, well, you'll see soon enough. Everything's been prepared. Are you ready to travel to the summit? Then, with your permission, I'll open the portal to Stirk. May Auriel's hand guide us all.
The word has been given.
A moment, please! I'll wait for you on the other side.
Our representative, Captain Alfari, is in charge of security on Stirk. He assures us that all is well there, but keep your wits about you. Good luck.
Welcome to the island of Stirk. Representatives from all three alliances are gathering at the meeting place. It's just up ahead, through the ruins. I'm told they'll be arriving at the meeting site by portal any moment. After all the bloodshed in Cyrodiil, I fear the leaders won't be quick to trust one another. Perhaps you can help them see the wisdom in cooperation. I don't envy you the task. We've already assembled quite a team of experts for the Coldharbour invasion itself. I'll try to introduce you to some of them on the way to the meeting. Lead on. 2 kings and a queen with barely a thimble of patience between them. Reaching a compromise will be no small task, I promise you.
Third.
Look! It's Lady Laurent!
According to my calculations, the chances that the leaders of the 3 alliances can reach any kind of agreement is 756,000 to 1.
Isn't it exciting? The Mage Guild actually asked us to come with them on this mission. It seems our hard work is finally paying off.
Talk won't get us anywhere. Action. That's what will stop Molag Bal.
Careful with that, you clumsy fool. Do hurry it up. We're missing everything.
I never weary of your charm.
But please, don't distract me. If I don't finish packing, Lady Laurent will give me quite the talking to.
Thank you so much for this opportunity. I had no idea the summit was to be held on the legendary island of Stirk.
It seemed a fitting choice. It was here that the leaders of the First Era assembled the All-Flags Navy to do battle with the Slode.
The summit is just ahead. The leaders should be arriving any moment.
We are waging war, not embarking on a sightseeing expedition, milady.
Fear not, Vanus. I can take care of myself and my useless lump of a manservant. Stibbins, haven't you finished tying those bags yet? Oh, you really are hopeless.
The summit is just
the artificer himself. Must it always take a crisis to pull you away from your toys, Telly?
I pray these talks go smoothly. We need to learn to work together.
Tell me, Telly, what Dwemer rubbish pit did you crawl out of this week?
You really must learn to
Well
respect
met,
your
friend.
betters,
I've
old
heard a
friend.
lot about you.
Do let me know when one happens by, won't you? I don't have the time or the energy, Tellinger, so I'll bid you good day. The captain in charge of security, Alfari, is over there.
Captain Alfari. Has the island been secured?
Aye. All ships in the area have been diverted away from the island, and the wards are in place.
I hope this invasion goes smoothly. I've got more than enough scars for one lifetime.
We're on our way. Thank you, Captain. We must make haste.
Bah! I can't stand this glorified guard duty. Give me a skull to cleave.
Guard duty on a tropical island? Sure, why not?
Security couldn't be tighter. This should go off without a hitch.
High King Emmerich of the Daggerfall Covenant. Queen Iran of the Old Merry Dominion. Yoren Skald King of the Ebonheart Pact.
We must put aside our differences and work together, or this assault is doomed from the start.
How do we know this isn't a ruse? A clever plan to divert our forces while your armies take the Imperial City.
I thought backstabbing was your favorite tactic, Emmerich.
Please, are you both so arrogant? Your weapons are children's toys compared to the horrors that Molag Bal commands.
I will not wager the future of my people on the word of a snow barbarian and an adolescent female. I fear for Tamriel's future if either of you were to sit upon the Ruby Throne.
Since when do you care about your people? You never lift a finger except to count your gold.
Please, my lords, this bickering is pointless.
What a waste of time.
Obstinate fools, both of you.
What a mess. Apologies, Vernus, but I'm going to check on my Lion Guard.
Intractable fools. Their pride will see us all dead. Intractable fools.
We've served as the first line of defense, willing and...
This is going about as well as I expected, unfortunately. Even if we can get them to stop bickering, they'll never agree to send troops to Coldharbour. That would leave Cyrodiil unprotected. An interesting idea, but they need to stop bickering long enough to consider it. Why don't you visit each of them in their camps? See if you can reason with them individually.
If it isn't the hero of the Alliance.
With our combined strength, we might have a chance, but our distrust runs too deep. I fear we'll never reach an accord. Is there? What did you have in mind? Perhaps. But we don't know enough about Coldharbour to fully understand what they'd be up against. An excellent point. Very well. If you can convince the other leaders, you have my support.
keep your steel sheathed in the presence of the High King, or you'll answer to me.
This queen of yours is spirited, I'll give her that. But she has no right to force her will upon all of Tamriel. That's more than I'm getting from them. What do you suggest? I don't doubt their commitment or their bravery, but they are few, and Molag Baal's followers are legion. Arceisbeard, you're a bold one, but you may be right. If you can convince the barbarian and the Child Queen to agree, I'll consider it.
Bah! I don't trust your leader, and I don't trust you.
Save your breath. I will not be swayed by some Altman lapdog. What about the war in Cyrodiil? If I commit troops to this invasion, the Pact will be vastly outnumbered there. Wizards and mercenaries against the Daedric hordes. Without the Ebonheart Pact, they do not stand a chance. How dare you? I should kill you where you stand. History will remember the Skull King as the bane of Molag Bal. I will support your foolish plan. Now get out of my sight!
Any luck? Or are they still at an impasse? I hope they come to their senses soon. We're going to lose the element of surprise. With very good reason. But the sooner they come to an agreement that... Does the air feel strange to you? That's odd. All of a sudden it feels like a storm is approaching. I have an ill feeling about this.
He has arrived. I can't.
Chaldean, what's happening?
Go! Get away from me! Run!
These are the great leaders of Tamriel. Pathetic. But how convenient to have them gathered together in one place, so I can crush them like insects.
Molag Bal! Stay back, Countess!
The insects fight back! How amusing! And yet, so very sad. All of Nirn shall be mine.
Chaldean!
Protect the leaders, defeat Molag Bal's minions, and close the unstable rifts.
I'll do what I can to keep things rich.
This is all they send to kill me. Truly?
Molag Bal.
I thought we were safe here, hidden from the enemy. The god of schemes grows more powerful by the day. Agreed. There's no time to waste. We must take the fight to him. Yes, at the Iliad Well at the center of the island. After that terrible display of power, I don't think they have much choice. Honored leaders! You have seen the face of our enemy! Molag Bal threatens every living being in Tamriel. The Mages Guild and the Fighters Guild have agreed to join forces to launch an assault on Coldharbour!
Trust in us. Sanction our actions. Give us your blessings. We will not let you down.
Vanos is right. The guilds are our best and only choice. Send them to Coldharbour.
I hate to admit it, but I agree with Emmerich.
As do I. It appears that much of the distrust between our alliances was sown and nurtured by the god of schemes.
Molag Bal thrives on deception and chaos. But if you'll forgive me, this alliance war is of your own making.
Countess Hakruba, gather the surviving members of both guilds in the Sturk interior. The champion and I will go there now to open the portal.
We'll be right behind you, Vanus.
The time has come, champion.
Let's go!
Stendarr, protect us all! We're as ready as we shall ever be. Unfortunately, yes. It's not the massive army we'd hoped for. But now that Molag Bal knows we're coming, a smaller group might be our only hope of slipping into Coldharbour undetected. It's difficult to predict where you will emerge once you reach Coldharbour. Be on your guard, my friend.
Molag Bal's realm is one of the most dangerous and inhospitable places in all of Oblivion. We must not take this invasion lightly.
As a famous treasure hunter and expert historian, it's no wonder the Mages Guild specifically asked for me to come along. I do hope my manservant Stibbons can handle the sights of Coldharbour, though. He's a rather sensitive sort.
I shall lead the Fighters Guild into this dreadful realm. We'll make the Lord of Schemes pay for attacking Nirn.
Hello, what's this? Survived then, have you? Jolly good. Jolly good. Rotten luck. They arrived in Coldharbour, but in entirely different locations. Bloody unpredictable. Portals to oblivion. Not to mention Molog Ball's defences. Nasty beasties abound. Off you go, over the bridge and head inland. There's a good chap. Welcome back to Coldharbour, old chum. Jolly good to see you. I was afraid you'd snuffed it. What bridge? Is there a bridge? Tricky things, bridges. Tend to have all kinds of hideous creatures living beneath them. Except that one over there. That one leads to the Hollow City. Dreadfully dull place, and a real eyesore if you ask me, but I suppose it's where you want to start your quest. Quest! What a simply fabulous word. Quest. Quest. Quest! I just love how it rolls off the tongue. Welcome back to Coldharbour, old chum. Jolly good to see you. I was afraid you'd snuffed it. Welcome to the beautiful gardens of Coldharbour. Do have a look around. Lovely day for it. Soak up the ambiance, the grandeur, the wonder of it all. I have the oddest feeling we've discussed this before, or did I already mention that? No matter. I am Sir Cadwell, the Undaunted, Knight of the Court of Coldharbour, champion of chivalry, defender of the defenceless, shepherd to the soul-shriven. Am I not speaking the common tongue of Nern? I was once fluent, but time does get on, doesn't it? I'm sorry, I forgot the question, though I'm quite sure I already answered it. You really should pay more attention. Sane? That's in the north, isn't it? I don't believe I've had the pleasure. Did I? I don't recall that, but there is a bridge just ahead. Leads to the city. Rather a drab, empty place at present, but a little paint, a potted plant or two. And honestly, it's not as if you've got a lot of choices right now, so off you go.
Very few would dare to enter the Prince of Murder's realm of their own choosing. Your action consists of equal parts bravery and stupidity. I think in this case, that's exactly what we need. We've been waiting for you, Planewalker. You may refer to me as the Groundskeeper, one of the few survivors that remain. I tend to this city. The magic that protects these walls and keeps us safe requires constant nurturing and the utmost care. The city's original name no longer matters. Now it is a hollow city, waiting to be filled. A perfect place to begin an assault on Molog Ball. This city can be your armor against the hazards of Coldharbour. It just needs life to return it to glory. It could be. There is no safer place in Coldharbour, for Molog Ball's reach cannot extend into the Hollow City. That is what was intended, and that is the way it is. Please walk with me. Let me show you why this city will serve your needs. Watch and listen. While I could explain things to you, it will be better to simply show you. The history of the city permeates these streets, and with a bit of magic, I can reveal it to you. Now come, let us walk. Long ago, this city existed in Nirn. It was alive and vibrant, and went by a different name. Its people were devoted to Prince Meridia, the Radiant One. They lived in peace and assumed themselves safe from any dangers. But Meridia has enemies, such as the despicable Molag Bal. The Prince of Murder sent minions from Coldharbour to destroy her beloved city. The city's defenders did what they could, but they were no match for Molag Bal's forces. Everyone outside the walls was slaughtered, but the warriors and mages managed to seal the gates to protect those huddled within. As fortune would have it, the Ayleid King Lalorian Dainar was visiting the city. A skilled warrior and tactician, he quickly took command of the city's defenses. The Ayleid King single-handedly protected one of the gates. As he fought, he prayed for assistance, and his prayers were answered. Meridia felt compassion for her followers, but she also saw an opportunity. Molag Bal's open portal worked both ways. The time had come to take the battle to Coldharbour. Meridia warded the city and pushed it into Coldharbour. The city arrived intact, but many of its inhabitants were either killed or scattered by this realm's protective spells. Even the Ayleid King was captured. Still, Meridia had accomplished the impossible. She stabbed a dagger into Molag Bal's side. A portion of her realm was in his domain, and he could not touch it. The survivors lost faith, however. One by one, they left the safe confines of the city to try to return to Nirn. They were foolish, and they paid the price for rejecting Meridia's edicts. Meridia foresaw a day when an opportunity would arise. An overconfident Molag Bal. Champions from another plane. On that day, this city would become the focal point for the assault against the Lord of Schemes. I say that the day has finally arrived. The great mage, Vana Scalarian, the Ayleid King, and you, our last, best hope. You must gather your allies and bring them here. This city shall serve you well against Molag Bal. Know that every choice you make in Coldharbour will have an effect on the Hollow City. It shall be reborn with every person you save, forged into a weapon by your own hands. I am your advisor. We both wish to stop Molag Bal's machinations. I offer you what help I can. The Hollow City awaits you and your allies. Use it wisely, and it shall not fail you. You must gather those who were lost. King Dinar and Vanus Galarian have vital roles to play, and they must be at your side. Rescue your missing companions. Return the Hollow City to its former glory, and we can begin the assault on Molag Bal. You shall require more than just the king and the mage, of course, but they are as good a starting point as any. Others in this realm, allies current and soon to be, all have important parts to play in this endeavor. As you seek out the mage and the king, I'm sure you shall meet others who require your aid. Look for those you trust, and who would be willing to join us here. Go west, beyond the Moonless Walk. There you shall find the Ayleid King, held within a tower of darkness. Vanus the Mage is somewhere in the Eastern Plain. His exact location is hidden from me. I recommend heading west first to find the Ayleid King, but the choice is yours. If you wish to free King Dinar, you must recover the Lights of Meridia. The Lights have the power to unlock his prison of darkness.
You're alive. That's wonderful. Can we talk? You're a real live person, aren't you? I thought I was all alone out here. I bet you came from that city over there. Could you help me, please? I'm a projection, silly. My brother and I are part of the Mages Guild expedition. Well, freelancers, really. We got separated from the others as soon as we arrived in Coldharbour. But we're not slacking off. We're investigating this old library. We drew straws and I wound up on watch duty. But when I saw Daedra seal the entrance, I found another way inside. To rescue my brother, you know. But now I'm trapped too. There's a lot of magical projection stuff in here. That's how I'm talking to you. The Mages Guild gathered a team of the best dungeon delvers from across the 3 alliances. Members of the Undaunted, just in case they ran into any ruins or relics. My brother went into the old library with a couple of other treasure hunters. You got it. Look, my brother's the expert, but I think the Daedra are using the projection lenses to spy on the people trapped in the library. As long as the lenses are active, the doors won't open. I'm thinking sabotage is in order. That's my thought. I'll provide whatever help I can from in here. I can tell you this. One of the other scholars, she called this place the Library of Dusk. Couldn't wait to start exploring. Please hurry. Whatever the Daedra want, it can't be good.
There's really no such thing as junk. It's all just treasure in need of a good whack or two. Save yourself the trouble, eh? I've got the broken down bits right here.
The glitter.
Is this working? Can you see me? I'll try to show you what's going on inside the library while you smash those lenses. Here goes. Did you see that? I'll make some adjustments while you search for the next lens.
It's working. I switched the widgets with the gadgets, and that seemed to do the trick. Now let's see if I can get a view into the other part of the library. That was unexpected. I must be doing something wrong. I'll give it one more try while you hunt down the last lens. The proper adjustments. Now, let's see if I can spot my brother.
Lady Laurent, we need to get out of here. This place is a trap. Young Raynor has already been caught in its spell.
Oh, Tallinger, let's just stay here, you and I, forever.
No, the glamour has taken you as well.
Come, my dear. Let us find a quiet corner among all these beautiful books.
She's lost. Damn! I need to escape before I also succumb to the spell. I'll leave them a note in case the effects wear off.
A spell? Why haven't I been affected? Wait, I just heard the door unlock. It should be safe now. Come meet me in the gallery at the top of the ruins.
Look, intruders. I want that one over there. That one belongs to me.
Raynor! Raynor! He can't hear me. Why can't he hear me? Raynor! I can see Raynor through this observation window, but he can't hear me. It must be the spell. And I bet the spell didn't affect me because I'm not attuned to whatever catalyst controls the Magicka matrix. You know, the spell web. A pretty elegant trap, really. I think the spell's catalyst has something to do with an interest in knowledge. I'd be insulted, but what can I say? I'm in this for adventure, not scholarly pursuits. And thanks. The spell seems to be a combination of glamours and illusions. It snared my brother and the other scholarly types. Anyway, we can't leave them like that. We have to snap them out of it. I always have a plan. It requires you to get down there and talk some sense into them. I'll make sure the Daedra don't lock us in here again. Just find me if Raynor gives you any trouble. And be careful. Illusion magic can be tricky. Sure, there may be other spells active down there. Take a look at the observation windows and remember the details of each holding cell. The Daedra must be keeping those notes for some reason.
What a creepy place. I can feel something tugging at my mind. Find my brother and the scholars, and hurry. The spell might adapt and eventually trap us in here, too.
Oh, sorry. This book is so engrossing. Could we talk later? I said I'm reading. Go bother someone with an intellect closer to your own level. I'm sure Lady Clarice and that Ultima Artificer would be happy to listen to your inane ramblings. I don't know what... Wait. You're right. This place radiates Daedric magic. I can feel it in the back of my skull. We need to free the others. Find Lady Clarice. I remember, she realized something important before we were drawn into the spell. I think so. I can still feel the spell tugging at my mind, though. Just in case, Kirith and I are going to our camp outside of the ruins. But I'm worried about the others. Since the spell doesn't seem to affect you, can you look for Lady Laurent? Thanks. Kirith and I will head for our camp outside the ruins. Meet us there after you find Lady Laurent and the Artificer.
Raynor sent you? But why? I just found the most fascinating... Wait, where am I? I see. I suppose I should ask whether or not you're part of this elaborate trap, but I sense that you're not an illusion. Oh, I can feel the spell, however, crawling back, trying to slip into my mind. What an odd sensation. I remember that we discovered something or another, but the details elude me. Perhaps if I had more time to recover from the effects of the spell... wait a moment. Tellinger said something important just before I became engrossed in this relic. I wouldn't know exactly, but I'm sure Tellinger's around here somewhere. He's really quite clever, and dashing to boot. He reminds me of my good friend Stibbins. Thank you. I'm going to get out of here. I need to find someone.
I take it that you are the one who read my note. The spells I placed upon it alerted me that non-Daedra eyes examined the writing. I do hope that you are a member of the force from Tamriel. If so, I have something to show you. This vault contains a portal, and the power emanating from it is overwhelming. Something on the other side seems to pierce the veil of illusion that hangs over this ruined library. It's inconsequential. Whatever it is, it may serve a purpose in our battle against the Lord of Coldharbour. If we can acquire it, then this excursion will not have been a complete waste of time. I have my suspicions, but I hate to speculate. If you must know, I think it might be one of the fabled lights of Meridia, the sources of power she used to hurl the Hollow City into Coldharbour. Come in and we shall investigate further. Enter the portal and find the source of the power I sense emanating from the other side. Because I don't completely trust myself, while I have avoided the illusions that trap the others, I can still feel the pull of the Daedric spell. Find the power source and meet me at our camp outside the ruins, and take this token, just in case. Once you go through the portal, the token will attune itself to the access point. If you get lost, use the token and it will return you to the portal. What was once a curiosity that won me fortune and acclaim is now a vital tool in our mission.
Free me from Molag Bal's bondage. Find them and bring them to me. Know that you may jump from here and rejoin your friends below. What power I still possess shall keep you safe.
Welcome back, my friend. Did you find it? Was I right? Was the source of power I sensed one of the fabled lights of Meridia? By the 8th, that crystal! It is a light of Meridia. It is said that these orbs of power once allowed Meridia to transport an entire city into Coldharbour. If an agent of Meridia harnesses this power force, we shall gain a distinct advantage. With Meridia's light, we can turn the tide of this campaign. Kirith said you came from the Hollow City. We shall go there once everyone has had a chance to rest. Thank you for your help. You know, you remind me of one of my students. Once inside the Hollow City, we'll begin helping with the war effort. We must test the lights of Meridia and investigate methods for destroying Molag Bal's plane meld mechanism. There is always research to do in campaigns such as this.
There you are. The groundskeeper said you had a pickup. I assumed she was talking about this merry band. Good to see them alive and well. They are alive, right? Not that I mind the odd zombie, it's the spell I can't abide. Nasty, that. Ugh. Yes, whenever I visit a library and do some reading, I usually fall right to sleep. Can't keep my eyes open. Great for when I get insomnia. But enough about my sleeping habits. I shall do my heroic duty and bring them back to the city unharmed. No worries there. Almost all the people I've travelled with over the years have remained in one piece for the duration. I've seen the odd dismemberment, but that's far more the exception than the rule.
These swords, they must be a clue. Now where did those fools run off to? Poor creatures. Just slaughtered. Nothing ever changes. by Ifra's hairy feet. You outsiders just keep showing up. You and everyone else in this forest, it seems. My clan has already declared your allies to be trespassers. You don't want to know what we do to trespassers. The Shadow Walkers will catch them. They always do. Does a fuzzy newt goat have 7 toes? Don't look at me like that. It's a perfectly appropriate analogy. Anyway, I hope I reach them before the hunters do. Otherwise, your allies don't stand a chance. Because I'm tired of seeing people get hurt. Ugh. Things need to change round here. We've already spent way too much time talking about fuzzy newt goats. I really need to get moving. Have you noticed the swords left near these campfires? I think your companions are trying to tell us something. I'm going to keep looking for them. If I can reach them before the hunters, they might just get out of this forest alive. Keep your eyes open and your weapon ready. The shadows here are not your friend. Show them the penalty for entering the Moonless Walk. You need to be alive. You have to be. I need you to help me. I didn't do it. I swear. He was like this when I found him. This poor soldier. He didn't have to die. At least the Khajiit got away. How long can he manage to survive, though? I don't know. My clan can be very persistent. Because we made a stupid deal long time ago. We became the guardians of this forest in exchange for power and immortality. But look at the cost. Now the Shadow Walkers hunt anyone who dare sets foot in these woods. There might still be a way to save the other soldier, the Khajiit. But you need to trust me. I won't oppose my clan directly. They're my family. But I can help you find your friend. I just want to make sure no one else gets hurt. The Shadow Walkers use runners to search the forest, but you'll never see them. They become one with the shadows, all but invisible when the clan is on high alert. There is a way to see the runners, though. You need to collect the bark of a Spriggan. The bark's magic allows the creatures to... how should I put this? Feel their way through the dark woods. Infuse the bark with the wisps of light, and you should be able to spot the runners. Your friend is out there, being hunted by my people as we speak. If you have questions, ask them quickly so we can get back to the task at hand. Did you get the bark? We don't have much time left. Just scrape a bit off the top end. There. An old trick I learned living so long in this dreadful place. My friends thought it was funny to hide from me, so I'd use this to see them. It also has an interesting side effect. While it allows you to see anyone hiding in the Shadow Realm, it also masks your presence from them. I've used this method to avoid patrols and sneak out of the forest. It really works. But remember, the effect is temporary. It doesn't last long. Touch the bark to a wisp of light, and then cross the bridge. The runners are searching for the remaining soldier. When you spot a runner, follow him. He should lead you right to your friend. And if the effect runs out, just touch another wisp.
Creatures acting so strangely today. There has to be something out there. Where in Ifri's name is that sound coming from?
all that noise out there?
Leave the outsider alone. Come.
I could have sworn I heard
While
something.
you're distracted, we shall find a safer place.
I'm hurt!
I know the best way into the tower.
This one does not understand the game the little elf and the snake thing are playing. But we have something important to do. We need to get into this tower. The key to our victory. It's in there. I know this to be true. We heard voices in the woods. We thought it was other members of our expedition calling to us for help. But Captain Alfari figured it out. The voice comes from this tower. Whoever is locked in there needs our help, and he will help us in return. The last Elliot King, here? Then Captain Alfari was right. The key to our victory is locked away in that tower. This one isn't sure. The little elf appeared out of nowhere. But at least she didn't try to kill Camus like the other elves did. They both claim to know how to get inside the tower, but Camus doesn't trust either one of them. A safe haven in this place. Camus looks forward to seeing such a thing. Let me rest for a moment before I head out. I wish I could go with you, but until my injuries heal, I would only slow you down. Good luck, my friend. This one doesn't know very much about this area, but this one always has opinions. Ask what you will, and I will answer. It's the least I can do. Oh, what a choice. Like deciding whether to roast slowly or leap right into the flames. There is no good answer. But if we were seeking allies, Camus would choose the elves. They are strong and capable. They could be a great help against Molag Bal. Well, the friendly snake thing did help me. We shouldn't dismiss them out of hand. They lack organization and fighting skills. But Camus can't deny their ferocity. Perhaps they are worthy of consideration as well.
I know you can't forgive my clan for what it's done, but they adhere to an ancient promise that will never come to pass. I can help you, though. No one knows that tower better than I do, but I need to ask for your help in return. It's important. You have to help me convince my clan to break this ages-old agreement. We've guarded these woods and that cursed tower, assuming that one day Molag Bal would reward us and let us return to Valenwood. But that's never going to happen. Like me, you've been outside this forest. You know about Molag Bal's plan. You know about the plane meld. You have to tell them that our agreement is worthless. How can we ever return to Nirn if Molag Bal destroys it? Those monsters. We've been at war with them for ages. My people will never listen to you if you take their side. The Shadow Walkers are powerful. We would be of great help to you, but only if you aid me and convince my people. You've seen my people fight. We're trained to kill. It's what we do. Maybe. Maybe if you can show them that Molag Bal has been using us, lying to us, maybe they'll see his treachery for what it is and join your cause. I knew you would help me. I'll show you how to get into the tower, but first, you need to convince my people to end their service to Molag Bal. And to do that, you'll have to prove yourself to my clan. In order to help my people, you're probably going to have to do some things you may not like. You need to accomplish a deed of honor before they'll even let you near them. Otherwise, you'll be greeted by a hail of arrows. I don't want to get into details with the Lamia standing nearby. Meet me at the bridge to the east of here. We'll talk there. Just be careful. Any other Lamias you meet won't be as friendly as Ziknith.
This one does not understand the game the little elf and the snake thing are playing. But we have something important to do. We need to get into this tower. The key to our victory. It's in there. I know this to be true.
Sorry I was delayed. It was harder to get rid of Ziknith than I thought it would be. Now, what were we talking about? Oh, I remember. Before my people will even listen to you, you need to perform an honor deed. It has to be an act that benefits my clan. Something they would expect one of us to be able to accomplish. To really make an impression, you need to hurt the Lamias. Kill them, burn their eggs, and defeat their champion. Even our strongest warriors haven't been able to accomplish that. Do these things, and that should be enough to get you an audience. Maybe. That's certainly more than any of my people have been able to do. It won't be easy, though. She's a powerful old snake. Her cave is at the highest point in the Lamia camp. Champion is dead. Let's return to the camp where your friend was killed. There's a portal stone there that we can use to reach the council.
this is the outsider that Faranil has been dragging around the forest. Interesting.
I wasn't expecting any of the Shadow Walkers to be here. They haven't attacked yet, so that's a good sign. Just don't do anything to make them nervous, all right? Well, I told you that killing Lamias would get their attention. You performed an honor deed. They respect that. Hopefully that respect will last long enough for you to help me before they decide to kill you. You stay here. I'll go see the council and give them the Lamia's head. That should be all the incentive they need to agree to listen to you. In the meantime, talk to the Wood Elves here. Any information you gain is just another arrow in your quiver. I'll return shortly. You'll be safe here, I promise. Why not get to know a few of these Shadow Walkers while I'm gone?
You're lucky, outsider. The only thing keeping me from sticking my knife in you right now is our code. But if you think I'm going to help you, think again. You dare challenge me? You test my patience, fool. Begone, before I forget my manners and got you where you stand. I like your confidence, outsider. You've got some bark on your hide. And that's exactly what you're gonna need if you go up against Elder Glynn. Don't take no for an answer and keep pushing him. Do that, and he eventually gives in.
I don't remember the last time I talked to an outsider. Killed one, sure, I do that all the time. But talk, that's a new one for me. I was born and bred in these woods, never ventured outside its borders. Always wondered what was out there. You don't honestly believe you can do that, do you? My people made a vow to protect this citadel long before I was born. The elders are ancient and stuck in their ways. They'd never agree to break our oath. We get to see bright skies and clear water. I've only heard stories about such things. Listen, if you speak to Elder Elsaril, show some compassion. Life on a council can be harsh and unforgiving.
Faranil is like a sister to me. I almost convinced her to give up her foolish plan, and then you showed up. Well, since she made it this far, we might as well try it her way. I guess any chance, no matter how remote, is worth the trouble. I hope I don't live to regret this. Inril is the oldest member of the council. She's also the most willing to listen. But you have to show her some respect. Let her speak. Respond only when spoken to. That's all I can think of. Hope it helps.
You don't look tough enough to have beaten the Lamia champion, but even a mighty storm starts with a light breeze. Still, an honor deed is an honor deed. Maybe the Council of Elders will actually agree to meet with you. I'm not sure I should help you, but you seem to be on Faranil's good side. Maybe if I give you some advice, I'll get on her good side too. I recommend you try a little humor when you talk to Thor. He's a dry old leaf, but he does like to laugh.
Good news. The council has agreed to meet with you. The council will see you, but this won't be easy. You have one chance to convince them, so make sure you put your best foot forward. My people, our future, depends on it. We can't continue to be prisoners in our own forest. Dealing with the Council can be tricky. It's a collection of individuals, each with his or her own idiosyncrasies. They are devoted to Molag Bal and our oath of servitude. It won't be easy to convince them to break those ancient promises. You can't fail. You just can't. Were the Shadow Walkers down here helpful? Do you need to talk to them again? When you're ready, just use the portal behind me. Present a good argument and make it count.
Spew forth your lies and be quick about it. I have a great many things to contemplate today. That annoying Faranil has convinced you of her fables, hasn't she? I tire of this old argument. But you did perform an honor deed. I shall give you one chance to convince me that we are being duped. Go ahead. You speak with confidence and conviction. Very well. I shall consider your words. A persistent fool may know more than an isolated genius. We shall see.
Poor child. Dealing with those disgusting lamias as you navigated the moonless walk must have been so unnerving. Such horrible creatures. Now, sad little Faranil mentioned that you bring us news from Nirn. What is it? Such terrible news. But how can I know that what you say is true? It makes no sense. Why would Molag Bal destroy our beautiful and beloved Valenwood? The poor animals that roam the Valenwood, the people, I shall consider what you have told me and pray for an end to the pain and suffering. Thank you for sharing this news with me.
You have accomplished much, outsider. Survived the moonless walk, performed an honored deed. Well done. I shall listen to your words and consider them with great respect. I promise you this much at least. Now, tell me, why are you here? You must understand. To simply accept the word of an outsider, to turn our backs on everything we believe. You ask much, stranger. Still, Faranil has been insistent about the very same concern. Tell me something to sway my opinion. This news disturbs me. Thank you for sharing this information with us. Speak to the other elders while I consider what you've said.
This is a great privilege allowing you to stand here. Never before has an outsider been permitted to set foot on this platform. My daughter, however, was insistent that we speak with you. We shall hear what you have to say. Yes,
We have sworn to protect the passage that leads to the tower known as the Lightless Oubliette. In exchange, we have been given the gift of shadow walking. When our contract is fulfilled, the Daedric Prince shall send us back to Valenwood. Well, yes, we still await our day of release. Hundreds of years, however, do not mean much in a place where lives are measured in eternity. What makes you think Molag Bal will break our agreement? You have a wit about you, and your words have given me much to consider. Have a care, though. Valenwood was once my home. Speak to the other elders while I think about this. We have heard enough. Use the portal and return to my daughter's side. You have given us much to discuss, outsider.
You're back. Tell me everything. Did it go well? Were you able to convince them? Of course they are. That's what the Council does. Sometimes I think that's all they ever do. But do you think they're going to help you? Really? You're not serious, are you? Oh, may the spirits guide me through this dark hour. Well, we're about to find out what they thought. Here comes my father now.
Outsider, step forth and hear the decision of the Council of Elders. The Council has discussed what you told us, debated your words from every angle, even drew upon Faranil's arguments from past meetings. Understand that we did not reach our decision lightly. The Council can no longer ignore the truth happening around us. For too long we obeyed our vows and waited for a reward that will never be granted. Should we continue on our path, even after Valenwood is destroyed? It means that your argument has convinced us. I sent runners to unlock the ruined passage that leads to the tower. My daughter said that you were interested in the place. I will also send a group of soldiers to aid you against Molag Bal.
What did my father say? Did you convince them? Yes, you did it! You really did it! I've tried for so long to convince them, and now we can finally leave this wretched place. I can look upon a real sky. What did my father tell you to do? When the Council finally makes a decision, they act with speed and certainty. I suggest you head for the door to the ruined passage as quickly as you can. I'm going to talk to my father. I want to be a part of the group we send to help you.
Bring the crystal with you. You will need it to free me from my bonds. I have waited for centuries. And waited and waited. Do you know how boring that can be? But now, you are here, just as Meridia foretold. The Radiant One knows many things. She knew that one day the city she plunged into Coldharbour would serve her purpose. At first, she thought I would fulfill that prophecy. But I failed. And now, I need your help. Have no fear. I am as alive as you are. Molag Bal has preserved me so that I can endure his endless tortures. His cruelty knows no bounds. I can't slip free of this lightless oubliette, but I have managed to send my projection to meet you. I knew you were the one I was waiting for. Molag Bal locked me away for a reason. He fears me. Once you set me free, we can make him regret the day he made us his enemies. You made it this far, just as I had predicted. I am glad to see that my calculations were not in error. Now, if you are ready, we have a prison to break out of. Bring the light. Hurry. You made it. To reach me, you must first unlock. Enter the library and collect the Mind Shadow Crystal. Then place it on the central dais at the entrance. Enter the frozen alcove and collect the flame shadow crystal. Then place it on the central dais at the entrance. Enter the garden and collect the life shadow crystal. Then place it on the central dais at the entrance. done, my friend. Now, enter the oubliette and set me free. Done well to make it this far. But there is still more to do to set me free. My body is imprisoned within a pillar of darkness, generated by the ebon shards to each side. By rotating the crystals, you can change a beam's direction. You may need to rotate a crystal multiple times to connect the beams and form a path of light to the ebon shards. Adjust the crystals until the beams of light destroy the ebon shards. Then the pillar of darkness will collapse, and I shall be free. freedom at long last. My calculations suggested that you had a slightly better chance to fail rather than to succeed. I suspect, though, that you often beat the odds. Thank you. Agreed. Allow me to create a portal to Meridia's city. We can speak there. This portal leads to the Hollow City. We shall talk again when we are safely inside its walls. I have barely set foot within these hallowed walls, and I already feel 1,000 times better. And now that you are here, we can determine our next move against the vile Molag Bal. I must take stock of our assets and resources, determine just how much might we can bring. I have barely set... I must take stock of our assets and resources, determine just how much might we can bring to bear. Only then can I develop a strategy that shall allow us to win this war. But forgive me, I wanted to convey that you performed admirably at the tower. It is good to be back in this ancient city. I need to assess our strengths and weaknesses, determine how best to make our assault against Molag Bal. If we strike before we build up a sufficient force, however, I fear we shall lose this war. The soldiers, the ones who call themselves the Fighters Guild, they seem strong and capable, at least at first glance. I shall speak to their leader at once. No leader? Well, that is an unacceptable situation. I shall take command of this Fighter Guild force. It is the only logical solution. Talk to those within this building. After I consult with the groundskeeper, I shall join you inside.
Smashing! So glad you could join us. Welcome to the Fighters Guild, which is rather a mundane name, isn't it? Though it is precise. They fight things and they're in a guild. Works rather well, actually, come to think of it. Actually, it was Honor who found them. Have you met? We've been together forever. He knows Coldharbour almost as well as I do. Pish tosh, Honor isn't a pet. He's my faithful steed. He does mistake the odd wood elf for a tasty treat, but they've been known to do that themselves, haven't they? Ah.
Your nagging is becoming more annoying than my persistent rash. We finally have a secure base. To go back outside without a plan is even too foolhardy for me.
You want us to hide behind these walls? To leave our comrades to die while you sip wine and lounge about? You have no honor, knight.
Don't lecture me about honor, elf. You have no idea what I've seen or what I've gone through. My apologies for that display. The whole rash comment. Just a figure of speech, of course. So, I suppose you know more about this place than any of us. Like where I can get a decent drink? A safe haven, eh? I didn't really expect to see cheerful flowers and clear water anywhere in this dark realm. I assumed we were walking into untimely and painful deaths. Glad to see I was wrong this one time. That's a good question. I heard that Captain Alfari was killed shortly after we were scattered. I was hoping to find another officer here, but no such luck. An Ayleid? I thought they were all, you know, dead. Of course, this is a Daedric prince's plane. I really need to stop being surprised by such revelations. I have a feeling that won't be the strangest thing I find out before this is all over.
Attend me, soldiers. We have a war to win, and time grows short.
What in Ariel's name is this? Who are you?
So that's the last Ayleid, huh? I thought he'd be more dusty. Isn't that what happens when elves get really, really old?
Shut it, you fop.
Who's in charge of this group? Step forward and address me. Then allow me to rectify that. I shall lead you. We shall recover your comrades and complete your mission. If that does not work for you, your services are no longer needed.
I don't know who you are, but you aren't Fighters Guild. You have no authority over us.
Do you challenge me, then? Do you want me to kill you to prove my combat prowess to your companions?
I wouldn't necessarily mind seeing that. He is kind of annoying.
How can you expect us to lay down our lives for someone we never met? Trust is earned on the battlefield.
If you want to survive, if you want to win this, you must trust me. Allow me to explain why you need my leadership. We shall work this out. I understand your reservations, but with my leadership, the Fighters Guild will help us win this war.
I refuse to leave our guildmates to rot in the wilds of this wicked place. I don't care about the dangers. How would you feel if it were you still out there? Wouldn't you want us to come and find you?